Magnetic stud finders are a very simple solution for locating the studs in your wall. They locate the screws that attach the wall material to those studs. However, not all magnetic stud finders are the same. There are two distinct types of magnetic stud finder: fixed magnet and loose magnet. And while both are effective, they use the magnetic pole in different ways. Because of this difference, fixed generally only work on drywall and not plaster, whereas loose work on drywall and some work really well on plaster. Let's see what the difference is. Fixed means the magnet is physically attached to its case. The magnet pulls towards the screw, the user feels this pull and is therefore alerted of the stud. The problem with this design arises when screws are buried deeper into the wall. As the distance between the magnet and a screw increases, the magnetism decreases exponentially. This graph illustrates that relationship. Therefore, as screws are buried deeper into the wall, the magnetic pull becomes more and more imperceptible to the user. The user can end up scanning directly over a screw, not feel any pull, and therefore not be able to locate a stud. This is why fixed magnet models struggle on plaster walls or behind thick tile, where screws are routinely buried a ½ inch below the wall surface. Now let's check out loose. Loose means the magnet is sitting within its case, unattached in any way. These work similar to fixed magnet models in that the magnet pulls towards the screw. This alerts the user, who is then able to locate the stud. Where loose differ from fixed is that the user doesn't necessarily have to feel the magnetic pull to locate the stud. They simply have to see, hear, or feel the magnet move within its case. Because the magnet is sitting unattached, it can move on its own in response to any magnetic pull. This solves the fixed magnet problem of users having a hard time feeling those imperceptible pulls when screws are buried deeper into the wall. Some loose magnetic stud finders can locate screws up to 1 inch deep into the wall, like this one. What does this mean? The one consistent criticism of magnetic stud finders was that they didn't work on all wall types, namely plaster walls and thick tile. But this was only an issue for fixed magnet stud finders, as loose models can now easily locate screws in these walls. So you can confidently use a loose magnet stud finder on any wall type and locate a stud, whereas fixed models can't. So why get anything other than a loose magnet stud finder? Something to note, if you do have a fixed magnet stud finder, a common way to improve it is by tying it to a piece of string and then swinging it along the wall to search for screws. While watching the magnet swing as you move it around the wall, you can note if it ever diverts from the natural motion. This means the magnet was pulled to something, and you can then scan in that particular area to find the screw and stud. What's funny is this trick is the exact attribute that makes loose models better than fixed, and you don't need to mess with a piece of string. So the next time you're looking for a stud finder, the answer is easy. Make it a loose magnet stud finder, like the Chip Tools Dot or Dot Plus.